everybody. It's a hot summer day here in London. Well, the sky is grey, but it doesn't mean it's not like burning hot. And I mean, there is a quote saying, I hate London when the weather is good. And that's why I'm leaving London. Well, some of us can't, and we're still loving the city. So, today we're going to talk about the Docklands of London. London's Docklands has changed massively in the past 4 decades. So it's now is housing for fashionable houses, amazing shops, luxury restaurants. It's a vibrant area, and it was built when the men and ships from all over the world was coming here. So they have built a new area for London for the past 4 decades. And today I'm gonna talk to you about 10 facts about Canary Wharf and London's Docklands. So Canary Wharf was developed on the side of West India Dock in an area called the Isle of Docks. It was spearheaded by an agency set up by the government called London Docklands Development Corporation. So Canary Wharf is the European headquarters of banks of scores, media companies and financial services companies. And over 100,000 people work here in this series of iconic buildings. Canary Wharf is situated in Isle of Dogs, actually, which is not an island, but it's a U-shaped area, and it's known as, not really convincingly, it's called the Isle of Dogs because Henry VIII's dogs were exercised here. Norman Foster's suburb, the underground station, Canary Wharf underground station, which you can see there, is a majestic entry point. Within, one feels like Jonah being swallowed by the whale. The local community actually didn't support the Canary Wharf happening. They even thought that would kill the local vibe, and they even thought these buildings would sit much more in the Manhattan skyline. But actually, when you look at here, I really see a very London vibe going around here, and even they made the protests because of saying wearing coffins and saying that it's killing the local feeling. I think it even adds up to it. There are gardens and street art galores in Docklands. Sir Roy Strong, who is a garden enthusiast, was consulted while doing the place in Cabot Square, which has a fountain in the middle of it, and the fountain is controlled by computers and is also equipped by wind sensors, which is preventing the passers to basically get wet. And there is a traffic light tree, which is a beautiful piece of art by Pierre Vivant. So the West India Dock is London's first enclosed wet dock where goods like rum and sugar from the West Indies were imported. So the West India Dock once had magnificent warehouses designed by Gwilts. It's a father-son business. They're both named George, and they were stretching the landmark of this beautiful place. But there was 9 of them, and now only 2 of them are remaining because they were all bombed during the Second World War. And now the 2 of them are used for being beautiful restaurants. And also, the Museum of Docklands is housed in one of the warehouses. It's one of the most beautiful museums that you can go in London that is telling you about London's docks stories. So dock in the 19th century was really insecure, and men were employed in casual basis. Every day, men would go there and they would rush each other. They would really compete each other to get in the eye in the company's ganger, who would take the exact amount of men that is needed and no men more. So we were in Canary Wharf today, in the middle of these iconic buildings, amazing place for shopping, restaurants, and financial companies definitely. And if you're gonna come here, please do not come not knowing what it's all about in this beautiful docks. There are a lot of stories. So I'll see you in the next video of Londonist. Take care.